Hey YouTube, this is Thomas of Tomology. I'm here to do the AMD high performance build of what you can get in 2024. Today is February 21st, 2024. I did the budget and the mid-range yesterday on the 20th of 2024 February. This is what you can get brand new, the latest top specs that you can get for a system, AMD system. Had some comments about the audio. It was only coming through the left side on the previous videos. Sorry about that. I started using CapCut. Didn't know that I had to set it to mono in CapCut like I did in DaVinci. So I go in between DaVinci. I'm trying to learn CapCut just a little bit. I like some other features in it. Y'all didn't know, anyone that wants to do videos, man, use CapCut. It has, I mean, even the free version has so many different templates and different things you can do. It's really nice. My videos will start getting better and better. I do have a sponsored microphone coming from Fifine. That should be, I'll be doing that review probably tomorrow. So it'll be up tomorrow or Friday. So check that out. It's on the new Tank 3. So I've finally got my first sponsored video by Fifine. So we'll go from there. I'm going to be doing a comparison between two Fifine mics and the Rode pod mic right here that I'm on. So, but let's get to it. Again, like I said, this is a high-end AMD build. A little bit different here for their top. I am going to do, just like I did on the mid build, I am going to be doing the 7950 X3D. Always get the X variants, don't get the non-X variants. They're faster, better, more performance out of them. So again, the difference here between theirs is actually cores. So 12 core versus 16 core. Now just remember, Intel has 24 core. Remember that for the price wise. So it's different. So altogether the prices will be different altogether. So but anyways, we're going to go ahead and if you look at the price there between the 7950X 16 core, it's running at 4.5 gigahertz. It's only 516, but it's 599, where we're only seeing a 5 to 10 difference between the AM5 and AM7 and then all the Intels. We're only seeing just a little bit of difference. We're actually seeing almost $100 difference here. So that's in the cart. So let's get to the cart and show what all I have here. So again, I went with the 7950 X3D. Like I said, I went through some motherboards, and for the best bang for the buck, I believe, is the Asus, which I did say in the mid-range build, this is most likely be the one that I chose. You can go compare MSI and Gigabit. If you use ASRock, you know, maybe leave in the comments to other people that are watching that, you know, how good you're at, what ASRock you have and how good it is. So this one is 18+2 power phase, good VRAM heatsink here. Got a postcode up here. You can also change this in the BIOS and use that also as a temperature gauge, even if you have other LCDs around. I mean, more gauges around to see your temperature of your CPU, the better. So 4 DIMM slots. So we got 4 M.2s. So, and the top one is 5. Actually, all of them are, 3 of them are 5.0. The new M.2 5 PCI Express 5. Let's look at the back IO shield. Again, we can look at the motherboard a little bit more. You got plenty of fan hookups. You got a manual start button on the motherboard itself. ARGB. You got shielded front USB and USB-C headers on here. So on the back shield, so what do we got here? We got 10 regular USBs and 3 USB-Cs, Wi-Fi 6E, HDMI, and DisplayPort. So you are covered for, you know, going through and trying to figure any problems out. I believe you have a BIOS flashback, right? Clear CMOS and a BIOS flashback. And just remember, the flashback is going to be, unless it's otherwise stated, like right here, no, you either have them right next to the flashback button or the BIOS, this one right here. You can use it as a regular USB, but this is also where you want your BIOS to be whenever you're upgrading BIOS or you're having a problem with a BIOS and you need to go backwards on the BIOS. plug your USB thumb drive into here, click that button, and you're good to go. So this is a motherboard I chose to go with. It is for the features and functions and price wise. You had to, even on MSI Carbon, was like right at $100 more and didn't have that many USBs and everything on the back of it. I'm a big believer in having a lot on the back of your IO, because if you're starting to use more USB-Cs, more USBs, then you're going to be buying little hubs, and you're going to have hubs all over your desk. So I'd rather have them there, up out of the way, nice, easy, clean. Back to the cart. So then for the RAM, we would go ahead and, this is, like I said, this is a high-end build. We went with the Trident Z, 64 gigs. So you don't need 4, you only need 2. I wouldn't go no higher than, no higher than 6400. You can overclock these, but right now, until new BIOSes, or you want, 2 years, 3 years from now, you upgrade a motherboard, sell the motherboard you have that can accept higher RAM, then do it later. I mean, as of right now, for today, there's no need. Case latency, like I said, 32 in other videos. I tried to get it there. Voltage is 1.4, which is better than the 1.5. I believe this is Hynix RAM as well. So next up is the hard drive. So depending on what you're doing, if you're just strictly gaming and you're just building this for a gaming high performance rig to get the, your most frames, then get you one 4 terabyte. If you're doing multiple things like me, I'm playing video games, recording them, streaming, doing video editing, you're going to need the space. So I say get your 4 terabyte, use it for space, and then get you 2 terabytes. Use one of these for your main operating system and all your apps that run everything on your computer besides your game app. So Battle.net, Steam, Epic, any of those you want to run on your 4 terabyte. So this one here, we did these right here, but I'm actually going to probably take this one here off, because again, we're building a high-end system, right? So let's go to components. Let's go to SSDs. We're doing internal. So I didn't do this on the Intel builds because the Intel drops your video card down to 8 times, but on AMD they do not. So let's go here and see what we got. Like I said, Team Group's really good. It's a Gen 5 2 terabyte 269. I actually have this one right here. I have the Crucial. It's not bad at all. I mean, that's a good price for a Seagate, actually. That's a real good price for Seagate. Oh no, that's just a 1 terabyte. So no, that's crappy price. Back up. So if you notice, the 1 terabyte is what you can get a 2 terabyte Gen 4, but we're going to go for the fastest. Not that there's a huge difference in between them. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and add this T-Force to the card. So what we're going to do is we're going to go view cart, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take one of these. We're going to go ahead and take one of these out. We're just going to go to one of these right here, because we only want, this right here gives us 8 terabytes of storage. 8 terabytes. That's a lot. So, I mean, I have 8 terabytes. So, well, actually, I have more than that. I have externals. So, altogether, I probably have about 30 or 40 terabytes with all my externals. All right. So, anyway, so we get the processor, we got the motherboard, we got the RAM, and now we got the hard drives. So next up, like I said, before you ever pick a video card, you always go to a case. Again, just like the Intel build, this is going to be a preference for you. I mean, I really like this Fantex case. I'm hoping to do a build in the NV9 in the next few months. All depends on where things lie for me. I want to redo my water loop, and I want to do a different water loop in the Fantex NV9. So again, I chose that. Then after you choose your case, because you got to make sure your dimensions, the highest end that you can get for AMD video card is the 7900 XTX. Now, comparing these to NVIDIA, you're at the same performance as like a 4080 Super with the VRAM of a 4090. So let's go ahead and go to user benchmark real quick. And we're going to compare. Go up here to compare. Got lost there. All right, so we're going to do GPU. We're going to do the 4080 Super to the 7900 XTX. So they're saying the 4080 Super is 17% faster. So again, they're right on par with each other. So this is on user benchmark. This one's placed second in the world. This one's placed fourth in the world. So they're right on the same price. Say, you know, right on it. Like I said, this one here has more VRAM, and that's, you know, when you go through some of the comparisons, that's what it's going to tell you. But the VRAM. So, and of course, this one was released this year. This one was released 2 years ago. So, but again, at the same price point. And then, of course, I mean, you want to compare it to the 4090. 4090 is almost 50% faster than, and everyone wants to say this compares to the 4090, and it does not. So, I think this right here would struggle at 4K gaming, trying to get to 140 to 160 frames, depending on the game. But anyways, I chose the MSI. Again, you don't have to have MSI Asus. You don't have to have everything matching. So I have an Asus motherboard with the MSI video card. All right, next up is power supply. You got so many choices that you can do. I am going to stress to get the new compliance of the ATX 3.0 with the 12 volt adapter on here. You need to make sure that you have enough PCI Express, so the motherboard takes 2 of these. And I guess we gotta go back to the video card. The video card will take, should be 3. Shows he only has 1, 2, 3. Shows 3. So I wish they would show you in the picture, but they do not. But we can always go to specs and look at the power. So power is 3 8-pin. So let's go back. So we got our 3 8-pin and our 2 for the motherboard. So, and then of course, whatever peripherals you got, there's your 24-pin for your SATA drives. So you got 5 of those. So you just need to make sure for a high budget build, I would stick with 1200 plus. Once you get into the 16, the pin difference on the actual power supply to plug into the wall. See if they have a picture here of it right here. So if you look at this, it's not just your little bitty circle one. So this one takes a bigger, the actual plug itself is bigger on here. It's a thicker plug. So you gotta, you know, watch certain things, and normally you get those in 1600, but apparently the 1350 does. I mean, I have a 1350 like this that has a regular plug. So, all right, to the next. What we got here? That should be, I think that's it. So we got the motherboard, we got the processor, you got your RAM, you got your hard drive space, you got your video card, you put it all into the case, and then you got your, oh, we need water cool. So we're gonna go to fans and cooling. We're gonna do, I'm lost here. Water cool. God, oh, it's right here too. All right, we're gonna do a 360. I mean, once you get in this big, I mean, 240 to 280 might work if your case takes a 280. You gotta look at your dimensions of your case. So we got to make sure it's all compatible with our socket. But I also want to see how many fan. There we go. Fan size 3 fan. Again, this is going to be your preference. So me personally, you're going to, if you get one, if you're using all fans to match, you're not worried about if the fan's going to match. So you're not worried about all the RGB on the fan. So you're just going to find you a fan that you like. And me personally, I'm going to go with the NZXT just because of the LCD and giving you different things. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the cart. And then again, you can go to Amazon or whatever else and find fans. If you don't want to use the fans, we're going to go case fans. We're actually going to go to Fantex. Now let's type manufacturer, show more. We're going to go ahead and go to Fantex because I think the Fantex ones look really good with their Fantex case. So here they are right here. Again, if you want to do a white build, when you're looking at these, the airflows are different. So you got to make sure your intake and your exhaust are different. So you got different ones. So we're going to just 3 of these. Oh, won't only let me do 2. Okay. So 2 of these. I mean, here, what they give me? 3 of these. Because you need at least 12 of these for the case. And then let's go to the cart. All right, so now and let's just double check the fans. I believe it's 12. Let's see, 4, 7, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 12 fans you can put in here in total. So I just wanted to double check before I told somebody wrong. So we're gonna refresh, make sure everything is up to date. So that's with the fans. That's everything in here. So after promo discounts, no thanks. Get off of here. All right, so total items is 4,018, and we got some, your delivery, promo codes. You're looking at $39.60. So you're roughly looking at like, let's say $4,100. And that's without monitors or anything else. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on this side, and I am going to put this on this side. Maybe not. So we're looking at, almost 4,100 for the AMD build. Let's go ahead and take this out. Let's go ahead and blow it up. It was 4,600 for the Intel build that I did. Went and screenshotted it real quick. That way y'all can see a little bit of comparison. And the biggest reason why is because of the 4090. If we went and took this same build and put that 7900 XTX on there, we would be roughly the same price as what we are right here. Because everything else is just about the same. The only other difference is this actually has more hard drive space for AMD. So I'm not saying that AMD is better. I'm just saying now you're looking at a difference though of a 16-core processor versus a 24-core processor. So if we come here and we do i9, we're going to do the 14 series i9, 24 core, and these run up to 5.2 and higher gigahertz. So you're getting faster speeds and everything else. So again, if you want to stick with the Intel build and stick with a 4080, even for the high end, you're golden. You see that it was more performance than the AMD offering at the 7900 XTX. So, but you see the prices. I mean, this build right here, back in 2018 to 2020, would only cost you about $1,400 to $1,500. To get to this price here, man, you would be going extreme water cool RGBs that you can see to the moon, man. I mean, you go stand on the moon, look down, and say, "Oh, there's such and such as computer. I can see it." I mean, it's crazy the inflation the inflation, because the demand is high, but it's not that high. I don't know. That's just my outlook on it. Those are my builds. These are what I would suggest someone do. This one right here, me personally, I would do this. If you're an AMD fanatic and you just want that AMD processor, get this build right here and put a 4080 Super in it and be done. That's all I can suggest. Literally, just bypass a couple of VRAM, a couple of VRAMs on there. So what is it? 16 VRAM to 24. I believe. Let's double check that real quick before I end this video. GPUs, we're going to go to the 4000, 4080 Super, and apply. So what do we have here? 16 gigs versus 24 gigs. So depending on your use case scenario, that will depend on what you do. But again, I mean, you can come right here. You can get you don't have to get these high ends. This is one of the ones that we put on for it. $1,000. I wouldn't be paying no more than $1,100 for a 4080 Super. That's just me. Like I said, $1,100. I mean, is where I would stick at on them. So I mean, unless you're going for the Asus white right here for I would go ahead and do the 1249 if you're doing a white build right there. But anyways. One more time, go to the cart. You're looking at, like I said, this is with fans and all. You're looking at, roughly $4,100 with tax. I'm Thomas with Tomology. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way when I post, I'll be posting a lot more videos. Some like this, where I just over talk on here. And then I got product reviews coming up. Hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.